some long faces lately. Some virtual long faces lately. Some frustration about the price of silver. So I wanted to do a silver pep talk. I'm not sure if I'm the right guy to do it or not, but I'll give it a shot. You know, my thing has always been, if you make an investment in something, you need to revisit your investment thesis. Okay, what was the original reason that you put your money into something in the first place? Why did you start buying silver and gold in the first place? Was it because of the Fed policies? That's a big one. That's a big reason. You know, I think the entire premise of what the Fed is doing is faulty. Asset prices are supposed to be elevated as a sign of health of the economy. I don't know how inflating commodities, thereby making the necessities of most Americans more expensive, thereby eating into their discretionary spending, is supposed to be helping anything. I think it is a flawed premise that is doomed to fail. And I think we're seeing it failing in slow motion. And I don't know what the other side looks like, but I know that the middle class is shrinking because of it. Period. Anybody that wants to have a debate on the effectiveness of QE, I'd love to have that discussion. I'd be willing to bet somebody taking the other side is somebody with money and a lot of it, and benefiting from what the Fed is doing. But for the average person, it's simply not working. Just in the time it's going to take me to record this video, they're going to print 20 million bucks. In the time that it takes you to watch this video, they'll have printed 20 million bucks. Works both ways. Janet Yellen is more dovish than Bernanke. I can't even imagine what that's going to bring. I guess we're going to adopt Abenomics like Japan's doing. That's working so well for them too. But hey, it's the world that we live in, right? And it's why I choose to invest in hard assets. Maybe you looked at what China's been doing. They've been bringing in all the silver and gold they can get their hands on. Why? Why do you think that is? Certainly nobody in the mainstream media is talking about it, but why? Why would they be buying all that silver and gold? Are they stackers? Why are they encouraging their citizens to buy silver? I'm not going to answer the question. It goes without saying, right? I mean, there is a master plan there. Unfortunately, it's going to be too late for anybody to do anything about it if it ever comes to fruition. They're going to use our own arrogance and hubris against us. Did you buy it because it's beautiful and a great motivator and a great way to save? Is it any less beautiful at $20 an ounce than it is at $40 an ounce? Let me ask you a question. Okay? What if silver tomorrow had a meteoric rise, for whatever reason? Pick a reason. And suddenly it was $50 an ounce. How would that change your life? How would that change your life? $50 an ounce silver. It would certainly validate your investment choice, right? Hey, I'm right. Good for you. You were right. I was right too. Pretty amazing. Now you'd be anxiously awaiting my next video where I show you insert bullion dealer name here and their deal for an American Eagle tube for $1,050. Yay, cheap silver. Imagine that. Paying that kind of money for a tube of Eagles. Someday you'll have to, but it's not today. That's the beauty of this, is that, you know, we've all complained at some point. We all have, about we wish that we could buy cheaper silver. And we always look at, oh, wow, $5 silver, $10 silver. Oh, it must have been so nice. And here we are at $20 silver, a $20 bill. And we can buy all we want. To me, I would rather, while I'm in the accumulation phase, say paper price on my existing stack be damned. I want to accumulate as much as I can for as little as it takes. That's just the way I'm approaching it. And I feel bad in a way that I see it this way and others don't. My other premise that I've been pounding home, and you know, maybe I'll continue to do it, maybe I won't. I had a discussion with Epic RV one time, and I said, you know, because every time we talked about it, either one of us on our channels, you know, we'd take a lot of criticism, we'd take some heat, because you know there are elements in the silver community that are very vocal about their investment style, and they feel like there's no other way, and that's fine. You know, there's so many ways to do it. But my premise was, and will be, that there are ways to make money in silver, even in a flat to down market. Okay? And I'm going to continue to exploit that. You know, just to give you an example, right now I'm cash poor. Okay? And I'm not really buying. The reason I'm cash poor is I have to keep buying all these milk cartons with Epic RV's face on the side. Where is he anyway? I send out St. Bernard's, they come back with nothing. Anyway, it's just that time of year. This is a hard time of year for me. So in order to take advantage of the lunar snakes that went on sale yesterday, which I guys, it's just a no-brainer to me, okay? A beautiful 2-ounce Perth Mint coin for $50. Are you kidding me? So yeah, I had to jump on it. I sold 25 rounds that I made a pretty nice little profit on, and I got 40 ounces of Perth Mint silver for it. That was the net result. You know, I mean, I get it. My way of doing this is a little bit different, but it's working, and I'm going to continue to do it exactly the way that I am, because it is working. Okay, and I'm psyched to get those snakes. And you know what? In 3 or 4 years, when the year of the dog comes out, I'll be flipping those snakes and getting more ounces. And there'll be probably year of the dog ounces. There's so many ways to do this. It's just, you know, sometimes you got to put your creativity hat on. You know, I realize that a big source of the frustration, too, is that silver's performing so poorly relative to the stock market. Do you really buy into the stock market's performance? Seriously. I mean, I don't, okay? In fact, I'm glad I'm not in the stock market right now, because I know I would have gone short a long time ago and I'd be having my face ripped off, okay? In all honesty. This whole, that economic news was horrible. Boy, the market's going to, what's that? Oh, no, the futures are soaring, right? Yes. Because bad news is good news, and it's just more Fed money being pumped into the market. Got it. Really? Is that the reason that you want to invest in the stock market? I don't. You know what it reminds me of? And I know I'm going to take some heat on this one. This is going to ruffle some feathers a little bit. So I can't wait for the criticisms to come. Right now, the stock market is like this. You guys ever do a pick'em football pool where you pick the winners? You know, you pick the teams that are going to win the games, and whoever has the best record takes the pool. You know, they used to do this in the office, but this is before fantasy football. This was huge. And a couple weeks a year, you know, everybody in the office would join in just for the fun of it, right? Even people that didn't even know anything about football. And A couple times a year, there'd be this wacky week in the football where, the Patriots get beat by the Jaguars, or just something absurd happens. And Janice in accounting wins the football pool. And she knows nothing about it. She picked it based on the names of the teams, right? She knows nothing about football, but just wanted to be involved. And she won. Because the football week that week was so upside down, you literally had to know nothing about football in order to win it. That's the way it is with the stock market right now. You almost have to know nothing about the stock market in order to make money at it. Because anybody with any kind of rational thought in their head would not be putting their money into the stock market at all-time highs based on the Fed dumping money into it, not on fundamentals. You have a rotting corpse of an economy and a soaring stock market. It doesn't make sense. There's people at work. I talk to them all the time. Boy, my 401k is doing great. Oh, it is? Yeah, well, hey, good for you. Do you know why the market's doing well? I don't know, and I don't care. They don't know and they don't care. But I guess that's the way that you make money today, is you just ride the Bernanke wave. And in all honesty, sorry, I'm glad to be unplugged from that right now. Yeah, my 401k is in a stable value bond fund. And I sleep like a baby. And I continue to see these opportunities in silver that will still be there. Even if silver is at $18 next year at this time, I guarantee you there'll be opportunities. And I guarantee you that these won't be selling for 18 bucks. Or these. Or these. But with the miners basically producing metal at their cost, something has got to give. I just showed you yesterday, physical metal sales are at an all-time high. All-time high. Okay, it becomes a simple math problem at a certain point. Okay, and I'll take that bet on math every time. At a certain point, the miners are not going to pull metal out of the ground that they're losing money on. That's going to seriously disrupt the supply unless there's a higher metals price. So in the meantime, I am going to continue to do everything that I can to stack as hard as I can. And even if that means swizzling my stack a little bit to kind of do that, so be it. So be it. And you know what? I'm psyched for next year. And if next year brings $20 silver all year, bring it on. Because I know how hard I'll be able to stack at these price levels. For those of you that see it differently or are frustrated, my sympathies. And in a way, I feel bad that I see it so differently, but this is just very clear to me. All right, give me your thoughts. That was another 20 million they just printed plus 3 minutes. So 26 million bucks.